We spend years speaking English, in school, at universities, in courses, but the strangest part is, when it's time to speak even a single sentence to a foreigner, your brain just shuts down. It was me, completely scared, shy, and ashamed of my English. But one day everything changed. In this story, I will tell you how I went from being completely shy and scared of my English to speak it completely free and confident. And maybe this story will help you too. I remember schools, notebooks, long list of words and phrases you need to memorize. Teacher keeps saying us, you need to learn English, it will be really important in your life. But we were just kids, we wanted to play, socialize, going outside, doing sports. It was really stressful behavior for us. What we made from school, it's just feeling stressful and completely insecure about ourselves, because every red mark, every mistake we made, we learned we're not good enough. We felt ourselves not right just because we were doing something wrong. So from school I went being completely scared of what I'm saying and of mistakes in general. So I decided by myself, if I even need to say something in English, I will not do it, because better not to say anything than to feel yourself bad and ashamed. Then university years came. It was way better than it was in school. English were more professional. We were writing essays, learning professional English. But the real life was showing me that learning English is not that important as all of that teachers were teaching us. I saw a lot of examples where people without any knowledge of English were able to travel, find great jobs, creating families, and they were living their happy lives. And for English, they only need to use online dictionary. And I was asking myself that time, is it really that necessary? Maybe I'm just wasting my time and overthinking about how valuable it is. But the life had really another plans for me. Just imagine situation. One day, just a foreigner came to you and asked you a simple question, and your brain just shuts down. You cannot say even a single word. You feel ashamed. You remember all of these fears from school years. And even when in your head you know all of that, all of the answers, all of the words, you cannot say even a single word. And that day I realized that knowing English on paper, it's not the same as being able to communicate and talk to people, which is really more important than learning any grammar rules, in my opinion. So one day I was thinking about it and I came into a decision. I realized I use English almost every day in my life. But one day I realized I immersed myself into English. I was reading books in English, watching YouTube, listening podcasts. Everything I was doing were closely to English or around it. I was able to understand it completely, but have no idea how to speak. That fear was sitting inside of me. And at that time I realized and decided for myself, I need to improve my speaking, because I wanted to pay respect to a language which surrounded me all that time. And I started doing some actions which leads me to results I have now. So I started by recording myself. It was, you cannot even imagine how terrible it was at the beginning. My audios were so terrible. I was listening myself and cannot believe that was me. I was so ashamed and almost depressed by listening my own voice. I cannot believe and don't want to trust it was me, that person talking. I was even like Why the people even want to talk to me even if I sound like that? But it changed over time. I get used to my own voice and feel myself more confident. And after I start doing another steps, I start participating in online exchanging groups and using online exchanging apps to talk to foreigner people, and also start using any opportunity in my life to talk to some native speakers or to some people who just learning English like me. And that was such a long and hard journey that I can record a YouTube video for every single moment of it. But it's not about it right now. So after all of that journey, I find myself that I'm not scared to speak English anymore, even when I made mistakes, even when my accent sounds terrible. I still kept going because I know, and I had from my experience, that people don't really judge you so much from your accent. They really just want to communicate. And that was such an invention for me, and it changed my life and how I behave with English. That's what I realized through that path. Everyone who has enough reasons to do it will do it. It's not an immediate success. It's not a magic pill. It's really just consistent job and believing in yourself. And if I did it, a person who was scared to say even a simple hello, you can do it too. If this story resonates with you, give it a like. Share in the comments your English story. It will be helpful for me and other English learners. And remember, you're stronger than you think. One day you will start speaking and realize you do it without fear and with confidence. And this day will be the happiest day of your life.